My name's Chris Hartwell, and I have pretty much my entire life been telling stories. I've done so, and I do so, in the medium of film as a writer and director, and have over the years worked on short films, television shows, and feature films. And I also do so in the classroom as a professor of cinema.
Hi. Well done.
And for those of you that follow me on YouTube and The Heartbeat, you know that I love to analyze and explore other stories as well. But really, when it comes to the stories that I've told, they've always come from personal places, just like the one that I'm working on now, titled The Way That I Take. And this dramatic short film follows a home health nurse as he really struggles to hold together his already stressful job after discovering that he may have inadvertently killed a patient. See, I've been around the healthcare profession my entire life, my dad being a doctor and my wife being a home health nurse. And while thankfully neither of them have endured anything quite this dramatic, they have brought home a lot of very interesting stories. And for my wife especially, someone who's required to actually walk into these people's homes, it's actually been the details, the little things that have stuck with her most. The front door that squeals like an angry cat, the hand that shakes like a leaf, the forgotten breakfast that spits and sizzles on the stovetop, the disheveled clothes and unkempt hair, the cigarette smoke that fills the room, the deep cough that just seems to get worse and worse, the overwhelming stacks of medication bottles, the depressing piles of medical bills, the screamed excuses that fix nothing, the terrified eyes that just can't look away from the needle, the infected cut that's turned olive green, the deafening train that roars by every 30 minutes. And really few things have opened my heart and my mind and just connected me to my dad and to my wife more than these stories. And now I would like to share them with you. And in our film, the eyes through which we'll experience all these stories will be home health nurse Sam Watson. Through this character, we'll discover that none of these stories are collected without cost, and none of these hurting lives ineffectual to the one that cares for them. And ultimately, where does that leave someone like Sam? Someone whose job it is to care for these lives, to know the way that they take. Does anyone know his story? Does anyone know the way that he takes? And that is what our film is about. Stylistically, I have no intention of playing it safe with this film. Like the Safdie brothers' Good Time, or Trey Edward Schultz's Krisha, or Darren Aronofsky's Pi, visually and sonically, I intend to create a relentlessly taut and uncomfortably claustrophobic experience. I want this film to really, as sincerely as possible, honor those in the healthcare profession and anyone in a high-stakes occupation. And I want to do that with the camera, the lighting, and the color, making it really as dynamic as their day-to-day existences really are. Right now, we're in the process of creating a short film version of The Way That I Take, a standalone piece that will be taken to festivals later next year. But also, this short will act as a proof of concept for a feature-length version of the story and be an essential part of attracting named talent, investors, and distributors. I've already been working on this film for over 2 years now and have completed half a dozen drafts of both the short as well as the feature. And right now, we're deep into pre-production. Myself and a crew comprised of longtime collaborators, local professionals, and university students, which I'm really hoping anyways can be an invaluable learning experience for them. And so, the reason that we're reaching out to you, to the community, is we really want to bring this story to life with all that rich visual detail that we just described, featured in the cinematography, the production design, and the sound design. Furthermore, the real dramatic weight of this film will rest on the actors' shoulders, and securing the right talent will require funding. All this to say, your contributions will be seen on screen. This journey and these stories, yes, they belong to Sam Watson, and of course they belong to my dad and to my wife. But in watching this film, I think you'll also see that they belong to you as well. When you watch the unique challenges, heartache, and healing that those in the healthcare profession experience every day, I think you'll actually see your own stories brought to life as well. So, join us. Thank you.